Today, we're doing a focused deep dive into the sad news of Pope Francis's passing. We're specifically looking at the official medical report from the Vatican. Our aim here is pretty straightforward. Understand the direct medical causes, just as they've been stated officially. We want to give you a clear picture, based purely on those released facts.
Absolutely. And it's really important we stick to that verified information. The Vatican's medical team was quite clear. They identified the primary cause of death as a cerebral stroke, sometimes called an ictus in medical terms. That was the central finding, really.
Okay, right. So the stroke was the main trigger event. What does the report say happened immediately after that?
Well, it details a pretty rapid sequence following the stroke itself. It seems it led first to a comatose state, and then relatively quickly after that to irreversible cardiocirculatory collapse.
So basically, the brain's sudden issue caused a kind of catastrophic failure in his vital systems, like a domino effect.
The domino effect, yeah,
Ah.
that makes sense. Now, the report also brought up respiratory problems. How do those fit into the picture? Right, yes. Acute respiratory failure was also officially certified as a major factor. But the key thing here is that this wasn't completely out of the blue. It was directly linked to the bilateral multimicrobial pneumonia he already had. That was the condition he was treated for during his recent hospital stay, remember?
Okay. So that pre-existing pneumonia, it made his respiratory system more vulnerable when the stroke hit.
Exactly. That ongoing infection had already weakened his lungs, which meant they were much, much more susceptible to acute failure when something as severe as a major stroke occurred.
I see. So beyond the stroke itself and the pneumonia complication, did the report mention other underlying health issues?
It did, yes. The examination also noted multiple instances of bronchitis, and alongside that, known conditions like arterial hypertension, which is, high blood pressure, and also type 2 diabetes. These are all factors that, well, they contribute to a person's overall health picture and resilience.
So with all these different factors, the stroke, the pneumonia, bronchitis, hypertension, diabetes, how did the doctors pinpoint the definitive cause of death?
The report specifically mentions an electrocardiographic test, an ECG. That monitors the heart's electrical activity. That test, combined with the overall clinical situation and the sequence of events we just discussed, it helped them solidify their conclusion about the primary cause.
Okay, so those rumors earlier in the day suggesting a stroke, they turned out to be accurate according to this official medical report.
That's right. The Vatican statement offers a clear confirmation. The cerebral stroke was the primary event leading to his passing.
Right, so just to summarize for everyone listening, the official word points to that cerebral stroke as the main cause, which then set off a chain reaction leading to other critical problems.
Precisely. The stroke kicked off the sequence. Coma, then the cardiocirculatory collapse. And this whole situation was made significantly worse by the acute respiratory failure, which in turn was linked to his existing pneumonia and bronchitis. And then you have the background context of the hypertension and diabetes.
It really does highlight how interconnected everything in the body is, doesn't it? Thanks for clarifying all those medical points for us.
You're welcome. And it brings up an interesting point for you, the listener, to consider. Think about how these different health factors can really interact and compound each other, especially during a major medical crisis. It kind of prompts a deeper reflection on the complexities of health and mortality too, perhaps.